Hello folks. Welcome back to our Bhagavad Gita series. Today, we are diving into chapter 5, Karma Vairagya Yoga, which means the yoga of renunciation of action. This chapter is about understanding how to balance action and renunciation and finding peace through this balance. Let's get started. In the previous chapters, Krishna has been teaching Arjuna about different kinds of yoga. Now, Arjuna wants to understand the best path to peace and happiness. Arjuna says, Krishna, you have talked about both renunciation of actions and selfless actions. Which one is better? Should I give up actions or should I continue to act selflessly? Krishna says, Arjuna, both renunciation and selfless action can lead to peace and happiness, but between the two, selfless action is better. It is easier and more practical to perform your duties without attachment. A person who renounces actions but still has desires in their mind is not truly free. But a person who performs their duties selflessly, without thinking about rewards, reaches true peace. Arjuna says, so, it's better to do my duties without thinking about the results? Krishna nods and says, yes, Arjuna. When you act without being attached to the results, you are not bound by your actions. This is called Karma Yoga, or the yoga of selfless action. By doing your duties with a calm mind and a pure heart, you can attain inner peace and happiness. He explains further, a wise person who has controlled their mind and senses, who is free from desires, and who acts without attachment, remains unaffected by actions, just like a lotus leaf remains untouched by water. Arjuna says, but Krishna, how can one remain detached while living in the world and performing all these duties? Krishna smiles and says, it is by seeing the self in all beings and all beings in the self. When you realize that everything is connected and that the true self is beyond the physical body and mind, you can act without attachment. This realization comes through knowledge and self-awareness. When you perform your duties with this understanding, you live in harmony with the world. You see others' joys and sorrows as your own, and you act with compassion and kindness. Arjuna, feeling enlightened, says, so, by acting selflessly and seeing the unity in all life, I can find true peace. Krishna says, yes, Arjuna. When you see the divine in everyone and everything, you become free from ego and pride. You perform your duties as an offering to the divine, without seeking rewards. This leads to inner peace and liberation. Krishna also talks about the importance of meditation. He says, a person who has mastered their mind, who is peaceful, and who sees everything with an equal eye, attains true happiness. Meditation helps in calming the mind and realizing the true self. Arjuna says, Krishna, how does meditation help in achieving this state of mind? Krishna replies, meditation helps you focus your mind and remove distractions. It helps you connect with your inner self and realize your true nature. Through regular practice, you can control your thoughts and emotions and remain calm and balanced in all situations. He adds, a person who is not disturbed by difficulties, who is free from attachment, and who treats everyone equally, is a true yogi. This state of mind brings ultimate peace and happiness. Arjuna, with a grateful heart, says, thank you, Krishna. I understand now that selfless action and meditation are the keys to true peace and happiness. I will follow this path with devotion and faith. Krishna says, remember, Arjuna, the ultimate goal is to realize your true self and to live in harmony with the world. Perform your duties selflessly, meditate regularly, and see the divine in all beings. This is the path to true peace and liberation. And that's the essence of chapter 5, folks. Krishna has shared the wisdom of Karma Vairagya Yoga, the importance of balancing action and renunciation, performing duties selflessly, and practicing meditation to achieve inner peace. Arjuna now understands the path to true happiness and is ready to follow it with devotion. Stay tuned as we continue to explore these teachings in the next chapter. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next episode. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.